interruption before the workshop actually starts. I meant to put this in my introduction kind of spiel, but I forgot. We are doing a tune from the Isle of Man this week, and in celebration of that, I'm going to give you all an offer, lasting for the 7 days until this date, where you can get £3 off my Manx Harp book. So that's both as a physical book and as the download from my website shop. So this is my website shop. So yeah, pop along there, and to celebrate the fact that we're doing another tune from the Isle of Man, you can get £3 off those books. So yeah, anyway, back to the workshop. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Harp at Home with myself, Rachel here, where I'm teaching you lots of tunes on the Scottish or Celtic harp. And yeah, we are on workshop 7 of series 2, which means it's actually the second last workshop of the series. So thank you so much for joining me in these. I've really enjoyed making them, and I'm hoping that you've been enjoying the tunes that you've been learning so far. Remember, if you're not regular, please do visit harpathome.com, and please do consider signing up to the mailing list. If you sign up to the mailing list, I'll email you every time a new workshop is available and give you some kind of information like the links and things that I talk about during the workshops as well. And oh, if you are a YouTube sign upper, remember to subscribe to the channel as well, because that just kind of helps build the performance, or I guess the kind of followers. The more folk that follow it, and the more folk are likely to kind of come across it. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Today we are going to do, well, it's another tune from the Isle of Man. So if you think back to last series, we did 2 tunes from the Isle of Man. Now, the Isle of Man is the island in the middle of the Irish Sea that's kind of halfway across between Ireland, Scotland and England. It's one of the Celtic nations. It's the smallest of all the Celtic nations. It has around 80,000 people that live on it. It's a place very close to my heart. My fiancé is from the Isle of Man. I say my fiancé, I'm not wearing my ring just now. I keep on taking it off when I'm playing harp, and then I don't put it back on, but I do know where it is. Don't fret, don't fret. So yeah, my fiancé is from the Isle of Man, and I've been going over there for some 13 years now. And I'm actually the harp teacher for the island. So normally I visit once a month and I teach Manx harp. So a lot of the tunes that I tend to arrange are Manx tunes for my students to play, so that they're carrying on the tradition. And I really enjoy learning the tunes over there. Some of them are kind of traditional to the island. Some of them you can kind of trace from, they've maybe come over from Ireland or Scotland. And I really kind of like investigating the tunes and finding out about the history of them and things. So the tune that we're going to do today is called Shooyl Inneenyn, and it's a Manx dance actually. It's a tune that is used for the dance Shooyl Inneenyn, and we're gonna actually watch some dancers dancing it in a second. It's a bit of a strange tune. It's got 2 halves to it, but the first half is an air and the second half is a reel. And it's said that this tune would have been danced at the Michaelmas Fair at the end of September, and it would have been danced by girls, and they would kind of just be showing off what they could do and kind of entertaining, in the hope that folk would see that they were good dancers, disciplined dancers, and had order, so that they would get hired after performing. So yeah, we're going to see the dance group Ny Fennee dance it. Now, if you think back to series 1, we saw a video of Ny Fennee dancing the Fada jig. So we're going to see them again dancing now, and it's from the same festival actually, the Lorient Inter-Celtic Festival, when it was the year of the Isle of Man and the year of Cornwall. Fantastic year, great memories of all that. So a huge thank you to Juan Garrett, who is kind of in charge of Ny Fennee, for letting me use the video. So we'll take a moment and we'll watch them dance the tune that we're learning today, Shooyl Inneenyn. wonderful to see Ny Fennee dancing again. They're really a great dance group, and I've a lot of time for them. There's several dance groups on the island, and Ny Fennee are in the north of the island. And although kind of my fiance's family are associated with a dance group in the south of the island, I have a lot of time for Ny Fennee because they take really great interest in my harp teaching and the students that I have. A lot of the young students that I have come through from being taught in Ramsey, and Ny Fennee have started a harp group actually before their dance group, and one of my senior students is now taking the harp group. So they have harp for half an hour on a Wednesday evening before dance practice starts, and the harpers then join the band for dancing with Ny Fennee, which I haven't heard them play with Ny Fennee yet, but I'm really excited because I think there's about 5 of them. I mean, how great is that, having a dance band that has 5 harps in it? So I just think it's amazing. So yes, you've heard Ny Fennee dance it, and now I guess I better play it for you so that you can hear the arrangement that we're doing. Now, the arrangement that we're doing, this tune, it's got a little bit of repetition in it, but it's quite a tricky one to learn first off by ear. So I would advise using the music for a change. When you're learning this tune, you might find it a little bit easier. But aye, let's go and listen to myself playing it for a minute. So there you go, Shooyl Inneenyn. And you may have noticed that in the video, the way they structure it is there's first part, then you play the second part 4 times. I only played it twice here. I think that's the way that we're going to kind of learn it. So get your music ready. Remember, of course, you can download it from harpathome.com, and this is definitely one where you might want to pause to kind of or rewind to get bits. So I hope you enjoy this. Yeah. Remember to tune in for the leather section afterwards. But for now, let's go and learn the tune together at the green screen. Hello, so at the green screen, and we're gonna have a go at learning this Manx dance, Shooyl Inneenyn. Hopefully we'll get through it undisturbed. My neighbour's dogs have been barking a lot today, so you might hear some wee barks in between the notes. But they're very cute dogs, I'll let them get away with it. So, Shooyl Inneenyn. So this is a 2-part tune. The first part is a lot slower, air, and then there's a reel, which I guess is kind of like at twice the speed. So in the Isle of Man, as I explained, there's several dance groups, and this tune is kind of played in two different keys in the island. In the south of the island, they tend to play it in B minor. The dance group Perry Ben dance this tune, and the musicians play it in B minor. But it's also played in the north of the island, as we saw earlier, and danced by Ny Fennee. And Ny Fennee, the musicians play it in A minor. I'm going to teach you guys the A minor version, partly because I showed you that one earlier with Ny Fennee dancing it, and because I guess I've kind of like sat down and only arranged it properly this week. It's one of those tunes I've always kind of known from kind of joining in playing with Ny Fennee actually, and with Paddy Ben in different keys. But a lot of my harp students on the Isle of Man play with Ny Fennee. They've got a great history of supporting the harpists on the Isle of Man. So I guess I wanted to arrange it in A minor so that I can teach it to them too. So yeah, we're gonna do the northern version, the Ny Fennee version of Shooyl Inneenyn. So harps need to be therefore in A natural minor. So that means they're in C major, because A minor is the relative minor to C major. That means therefore you need to put your harp into C major levers. So for myself, my harp is tuned in E flat major, so that means I have my E's, A's and B's on. I'm in C major. If your harp is tuned to C major, you need to do nothing. Cool. Okay, so it's in A minor. I'm gonna play you the first part of the tune, and yeah, it'll hopefully kind of start to kind of, yeah, impregnate your mind, and you might find it useful. This one, there's not a whole lot of repetition in it, so you might find it useful, as I said earlier, to have the music in front of you. Have a listen. We are starting with our thumb on A, because the tune's in A minor. We're going to kind of go right in there with the A minor sound. Second and G. Thumb on A, second and G. Have a listen. We're going to do 4 notes just now. Okay, so thumb on A, second and G. We're going to go long A for 1 beat. A, G, A. After 2. 1, 2. Nice. Let's go for it again. 1, 2. Lovely. Now we're going to replace our third finger onto that A that we just played, and we're going to go up 3 in a row, A, B, C. Okay, so just nice up A, B, C. Let's see if we can add that on. After 2. 1, 2. Up from A. Lovely. One more time. 1, 2. Great. Stay with your thumb on that C. We're going to do a little kind of 2-finger kind of thing here. Thumb on C, second on A. We're going to go C, A, B. I'm going to count to 3 to count you in for that bit. 2, 3. Lovely. One more time. 2, 3. Great. Well, let's see if we can do all of that. Okay, so it's kind of 3 little bits there. A, G, A, up from A. Then our C, A, B, after 2. 1, 2. My apologies, I took a drink of water there as I was drinking it, and it caused me to speed up on the ABC. Let me go for that again. I won't drink of water when I'm doing it. 1, 2. Great. We're going to stay on those 3 notes that we played up from. We played up from A, now we're going to play down. And that's joining us up into that first little bit again. Okay, so we're kind of, this is kind of like the second phrase, which kind of starts the same way as the first phrase. Everything's a little crisscross in this tune. So we're going to go down from C now. After 3, 2, 3. And that first A is like the first, or that A there is like the first A of the tune. So now we're going to go A, G, A. Yeah, so down from C, and then A, G, A. Let's try it after 3, 2, 3. A, G, A. One more time, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can go up to there. It's quite a lot already. After 2, 1, 2. Up from A. C, A, B. Down from C to A. A, B, A. Nice. Now we're going to travel all the way up to the E. Okay, now for this I'm only going to use 2, 1, 2, 1, and the reason I'm using 2, 1, 2, 1 is it's going to kind of work with the left hand that we're going to eventually do with that. Just kind of feels nice for me to do that, so it kind of matches up with the left hand. So let's try learn that fingering. Thumb on A, second and G. We're going to play our A as our lay down note to the scale section. We're going to go 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So you're flowing all the way up from the G, A, B, C, D to E. So you have an A. After 3, 2, 3. And again, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Let's try going. That's the whole of your kind of first line pretty much. Let's see if we can go for all of that. From the start, A, A, G, A, then up from A. 1, 2. Up from A. Down from C to A. A, B, A, G, A again. A, and now travel all the way up from G to E. Good. Let's go over it again. 1, 2. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to play you the whole of the next section. Okay, so we're going to be up top. We're staying up top. We finished with our thumb on that E there. So we're going to have our second on the E. So we've just finished with our thumb on the E. Now you want to move your second to the E and the thumb to the F. We're going to go a little kind of turn around here. So we've got E, then down 3 from F to D. And this is the start of a section where we're going to use our 3, 2, 1 a lot, or 1, 2, 3. So we've got E, F, E, D. Now stay on D and E, but move your thumb to G. We're going to go up that and then down it. Replace them all and play them down. So you have 2 thumbs at the top. So 3, 2, 1, up D, E, G, and down again. Let's just practice that a little bit. I'm going to count to 3. 2, 3. Nice. Again. 2, 3. Excellent. So we have okay, let's see if we can get that. I'm going to count to 3 for this. We're going to play our E and then down from F to D. 2, 3. Up from D to G. Nice. One more time. Excellent. After that, we're going to cross over and we're going to go thumb on B, second on G. 3 notes, so B, G, and move your thumb to the A, so we're always staying connected there. A, G, A. Excellent. So, have a listen to that kind of long section. Let's have a go. Gotta count to 3. E and down from F. 2, 3. G, down from G, G, D, crossover to B, G, A, G, A. I'm going to add 2 notes on there, G, A now. Let's try it on, add those 2 notes. 2, 3. Crossover, B, G, A, G, A again. Nice. After that, after the G, A, the quick G, A, cross your 4th under to the B, and we're going to play some 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to run up that. So let's have a go at that. So we had the G and A that I added on are quite fast. Cross your 4th under to B, place on 4, 3, 2, 1 on B, C, D and E, and we're going to run up that. Okay, so let's just practice that shape after 3, 2, 3. Okay, it's quite a tricky bit. 2, 3. Okay, so let's add that onto that whole new section. E down from F and up to G. 2, 3. Crossover, B, G, A, start to run up now. Nice, let's go for it again. 2, 3. Crossover, B, G, A, and run up. Great, next bit, E, D. Okay, so thumb on E, 2nd and D, we're going to play the E, D. Now place on a G triad. This is our ending section. We're going to play down a G triad. Good. So E, D, down at G triad. After 3, let's try that bit. 2, 3. Good. Stay down there. Put your thumb on A. We're going to go down A, G, E. So all white notes. We're going to go down and turn around and come straight back up. So only 1 note at the bottom. Replace them all there. Okay, so you're playing down. As you're playing your E, replace them all on to come back up. Good. So that little bit was E, D, down G triad, down from A, G, E, and back up again. Nice work. One more time for that little bit. 2, 3. So that was a lot of stuff there. Let's try that whole kind of massive kind of second section. The E and down from the F after 3, 2, 3. Up from D to G. G, E, D, crossover, B, G, A. And now come up. E, D, down G triad. One more time after 3, 2, 3. Down G triad. Excellent. Okay, so can you remember the kind of first bit of all that? Thumb was in A and G. Remember we went A, G, A, up 3 from A to C. C, A, B. Yeah. Then we went down 3 from C. A, G, A again. A, and then flowing up from G all the way to the E. Yeah. Hopefully. Follow the music if you need to with this one. It will eventually sink into your memory, I'm sure. Let's have a go. Let's see if we can try off the first part. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you right. Thumb on A, 2nd and G. 2 A's at the start and then G, A. 1, 2. Up 3 from A to C. C, A, B. Now down 3 from C. A, G, A again. A and flow up from G to E. 2, 1, 2, 1. Good. Our new bit, E and down from F. Up D, E, G. So this is all kind of white notes here. Very pentatonic. Across to B, G, A. And flow up. E, D, down G triad. Keep it pentatonic for the last bit. Good. Okay, let's see if we can do all of that twice through. Remember, pause, rewind, slow down if you need to. Okay, let's try it twice through before we can go on to the second part, which is the real section. I'll play into the real section once we do this so you can listen to it. 1, 2. C, A, B. Down from C. A, G, A. Down from F, up from D to G, down again, down G triad, and go again, 1, 2, back to start. To the next bit, so just sit back and have a listen to the fast bit. Okay, so this is our fast section. So when they do the dance, they would normally play this bit 4 times round, okay, which is quite long to be honest. So I would suggest with you guys, maybe we just play it twice through, I reckon. So, yeah, we are going to be up top for this, E, G and A. So up the top of the harp, E, G, A, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to go up those. Okay, we're going to go up them, and then we're going to flow down, move your second to E and our third to D. We're going to play and then down. Okay, didn't really explain that well. We're going to go up E, G, A, second on to E, and now we're going to go up D, E, A. So I guess you're kind of going up, turn down, but playing an E in the wave down. Yeah, maybe. Could be a way of looking at it. Let's try it after 2 together. 1, 2. And then up D, A. Good. E, G, A. E with your second finger, then up D, E, A. After 2. 1, 2. Nice. Let's go for it again. 1, 2. This time I want you to keep your hand open. Open that third finger, extend it to push down to that A. 2 A's. The first one with our third finger, second with our second. Okay, let's add those on. So after we go up, extend your third finger, A, A. Let's try from the start of that second section. 1, 2. Okay, one more time. 1, 2. Good. Now, when you play that second A, I want you to put your third finger on the G because we are going to go up 6 notes, 2 lots of 3, 3 up, G, A, B. Cross under to the C, and we're going up C, D, A. So you're playing all those notes from G to E. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Let's just try that pattern after 2. 1, 2. G, A, B, C, D, E. Let's add that on. E, G, A. 1, 2. after 3, 2, 3. Excellent. One more time. 2 after 2. Did I count to 3 last time? Possibly. Gonna count to 2 this time. Dearie me. 1, 2. Up from G to E. Good. We're gonna stay up here now. We're gonna go second on E, and we're gonna play up from D to G. So we've just finished on thumb on the E. Use your second finger to play another E. Place up 3, 2, 1, D, E, G, and we're going to play up those. Cross your second under to the A. Now you could use 4, 3, 2, 1 here, but for me, I don't know, I like the feeling of 3 there, and I can cross my second finger under. Might feel a little bit weird. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1 if you want instead, but I don't know. Sometimes I have weird fingering, and this makes sense to me. It's one of those situations when I cannot explain why though. So that second finger in E, up D, E, G. Cross your second under to the A, and we're going to play 2 A's. Okay, let's add that on. So we've got our second on E, playing under, and then 2 A's with our second finger. After 3 this time. 2, 3. D, E, G, 2 A's. Now let's stay up there. We've got 3, 2, 1 on G, A and B. We're going to play up those and down, adding on an E with our 4th finger. Yeah, you got it. So that whole section is going to sound like this. Okay, so that section is it's our second phrase. Okay, all the bit that was going up to there was our first phrase. We're on the second phrase now of this second part, which is the real. Let's try that again. 2 E's, or 1 E, sorry, up from D. 2, 3. 2 A's. And E. Nice. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I'm going to count in. Join in if you want, and if you just want to listen, that's okay. Then we'll try it again together. So up E, G, A. 1, 2. You have E, up D, E, A. Your 2 A's, remember, up 6 notes. That's your end of your first phrase now. E, new bit. 2 A's, up 3 and down, and E. Okay, let's go for it again. After 2. 1, 2. A up from G to E. Nice work. E. 2 A's. That E that you're playing with your 4th finger there is the first note of the 3rd phrase, which you will be relieved to hear is the same as the first phrase. So that means instead of going E, da, ba, we're going to use our 4th finger. So squeeze on your second and your thumb to G and A. And we're away again. Stretch your 3rd out. 2 A's, run up from G to E. Good, so let's try that 3rd phrase. It's going to feel a bit weird, but I want you to put your 4th finger on the E because you've just come down there. Get ready to squeeze that second and thumb on. In fact, you can place it on if you want. After 2. 1, 2. Oh, I'm going to start that again. That was a little bit bad. So I'm going to start the game with the right rhythm for you guys. After 2. It's just like a live workshop, this guys. Even your teacher will make mistakes in pre-records. After 2. 1, 2. Excellent. 2 A's. And up from G to E. Yay, we're there now. Brilliant. Stay with me. In fact, let's try 1st phrase, 2nd phrase, and 3rd phrase. It never hurts to kind of go over what you've done already. After 2. 1, 2. Cross under 2, 2 A's. 4th on to E in a second, and we're away we go again. Or from G to E. Nice. It was quite fast there, but don't worry, we will do it slower in a second. We're now going to have a scale section. Move your second to E and your thumb to F. We're going to play the E as a pickup note. We're going to go down a scale. It's going to be, we're going to play from F to E, but we're missing out the F on the way down. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Okay, so second on E, thumb on F, place down 4, F, E, D, C. Let's play down. Cross your thumb over to B, place down and miss out the F. Then G, A. So we have second on E, down 4 from F, cross thumb over to B, add on with your second and your thumb, G, A. Go for it again, after 2. After 3, sorry. 2, 3. Good. Okay, so your ending, that's your ending phrase, okay? We'll see if we can go for all of that real section already. See how it sounds, yay. Remember, pause, rewind, slow down if you need to. E, G, A. After 2. 1, 2. Two A's. Up from B to G and straight back down to the E. That's you looping back round. Good. Let's do it a touch slower. Do it twice through, but slower. Okay. 1, 2. D, E, A. Open hand up, 2 A's. Flow up from G, cross under, all the way to the E. Another E. Cross under to 2 A's. E and down from F. Miss out the F on the way down, so we go down all the way to the E. And 1, 2, up top again. Excellent work, righty. So, let's see if we can do the first part and the second part. Remember, the first part is the air, which we'll play twice, and then the real, which we're going to choose to play twice. So, yeah, thumb on A, second on G. You ready? 1, 2. To the E. E and down from F. We're going to get a little bit faster in the rhythm. Down G Trad. And we'll do it again. 1, 2. slow it down a little bit for you. Sorry guys. And again, 2. So there you go. Sorry, I kind of totally went on to full pelt there, kind of like pretending that I was kind of performing it for the dancers. So I kind of slowed it down so you could join in. At the last time through, the structure of this tune, so it goes this slow air twice, then it goes to the reel, which they would play 4 times, but we played twice there. And then it returns to the first part. So right at the end of the reel, the final time, you slow it down. And then it's back to the start, and it's twice through the slow part. So that's how they play it for the dancers. Of course, you may decide to do it a little bit differently. You might decide to do it air, reel, air, so that you get a chance to play your reel twice. You can see what you want to do. So, left hand for this tune. For the first part, we've got a kind of continuous left hand pattern. And we're kind of keeping this E and the A and B kind of constant through it. So I'm going to play you the first part with the left hand that's on the music. Pattern so we can kind of help you make sense of it. So it's in A minor, this tune, so we're starting off with an A minor chord, but what I'm doing is I'm using a nice second here. So an A minor chord, as usual, we are using the 1-5-8 pattern, so A, E, but instead of doing 4-2-1 just like that, I'm actually going to use my third finger on the E, because I'm going to use second and my thumb to play an A and a B together. Okay, so we have A, then placing on E, A and B. 1 and 2. Yeah. So this E with the second, the A second, is going to come back again and again. We're going to start off with our first pattern is going to be the A in the bass. Then we're going to swap the A to an F sharp, so that F down the bottom, but keeping the other notes constant. So we have A first, then we swap it for an F. Do our A pattern again, and then we're going to replace it with an E this time at the bottom. Okay, so it's quite a nice kind of spooky kind of feel to it. Let's have a go, see if we can play that. So we've got A, F, A, E. I don't normally kind of do left hand separately, but for this tune we're just going to kind of look at this pattern for just now. After 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2, down to F. A again, now E. Lovely. One more time. And let's add on another A and an F at the end actually. 1, 2. F, A, E. Back to A, and then we'll do an F to finish off for just now. Okay, so that's kind of, I guess, kind of got us through the first phrase and half the second part, second phrase. So thumb on A, let's work at putting these together. Now, with this, you've kind of, the rhythm of each kind of measure of each bar is pretty much 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and in fact, it's always that. Okay, so it's always going to match up. We're going to have with the 1, with the first beat, with the long note, you're always going to have the A and the E, or the F and the E, or the E and the E, okay? So that's going to go with the long note. So our first part was A, this bit, so we're going to have the A with that first note, then the E, and when you have the 2 and rhythm, that's where your A and your B is going to play, 2 and. Okay, so with your long note, the first 2 notes of the chord, the second come with the 2 crotchet, or 2 quavers, sorry, 2 eighth notes. Now we move to our F, so that's our long A here. We have the E. Now we're going to go up from A, B, C. The A is going to match it with the C here. And with the C A. Then we're on to our E pattern. And then these last 2 notes link onto the second phrase. Long notes, so it's the F and the E. And then you're into your part that you're going up. So you need to watch out with this one. The kind of left hand, the way that I've taught you the right hand, the left hand kind of like crisscrosses, it kind of layers up, kind of connects it. It's not like kind of straight, it's not matching up perfectly, it kind of overlaps. Is the kind of word I'm looking for, I think, there. So yeah, let's go from the start. We have our thumb, the A and the E with a long note, the A and B now with the 2 quavers, the F and the E with a long note. Keep your melody going. And E, A now, F, let's just keep playing around that. After 2. This might take quite a while to get used to. If you just want to do the root notes just now, go for it. Okay. 1, 2, A. F. Second. Sorry. E. Back to the A. Go for it again. After 2. Remember, pause, rewind if you need to kind of work at this bit specifically. It's quite tricky, this. 1, 2. An A extended here. So we're going to play up a normal 1, 5, 8, A, cross under to B and C, and that's going to end up kind of sounding quite pretty. So we've just had our, we're kind of going to come up, we're going to have our G's the first note, so the first beat is actually this A, so we're going to go together, 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 and then an E chord actually. So it's not a full A chord, I should have said, sorry, B, and then moving your thumb up to the E so you can fit that E chord in. Yeah, let's try it together. 1, 2, G by itself. Together, 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 brush E chord. Nice. Okay, let's try going from the start. Okay, it's a little bit easier after this, don't worry. 1, 2. Listen to the next section. Going to be a little bit more fader on you. We're just going to have kind of lots of kind of, we're going to move between a G chord and an E chord. Flowing up, E chord, brush G chord, and brush E, sorry. So it's flowing up a G158, flowing up an E158, brush G, is going to come with our D here. 1, and the last note's connecting up. E chord. Last note's connecting up. Our G brush is going to come with the D. Then E with the A. Okay, let's try up to there. After 3. So we can play it for da 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 da. 2, 3. Brush G, E with the A here, run up, and as we get to the top note, we're going to go back to our A pattern. Our F pattern is going to line up with the G triad here, so it's going to go. Okay, so A, G. Okay, I'm going to count to 2 and we're going to run up and then we'll go for that. 1, 2. Lovely. For our pentatonic bit at the end, 3 octaves, D, E, and A. After 2, sorry. 1, 2. Let's go for it again. And consider it damping. We had our damping workshop last week. Yeah. After 2. 1, 2. Okay. There's quite a lot of stuff there. Quite a lot of stuff there, but let's see if we can go for all of that second part. Remember, pause, rewind as usual. Okay, after 2, so our A pattern. 1, 2. F pattern, A pattern, almost to the E chord. Good. G158 up top, E158. Brush your G, brush your E, and run up. A, F, D, E, finishing the A. Let's go for it again. 2. So, second part left hand, okay, we've not got so much going on, okay, we're going to stick to virtually all octaves until the very end, okay, have a listen to what it sounds like. My finger in there, but you get the vibe of it. Okay, so we're gonna have octave A's and we're creating a pedal here. Okay, this is quite a good kind of rhythmic effect. It's one that I use a lot in my playing, particularly when I'm playing with Ron, because he will pedal on guitar. It's a kind of standard thing that a lot of guitarists will do, pedal away at a rhythm, and I'll do that, tend to be on my octave. So we're gonna have an A octave for this. I lock my third and my second on the C and the E just to keep my hand steady for this. Okay, and we're going to have our low A, which we're going to let ring out. and then it's gonna end up playing 4 highs, A's. So it's gonna sound like this. The rhythm is gonna be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that thumb comes on beat 2, which is essentially the off beat. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we'll match up like this. I'm gonna play it to you, and then we're gonna work on matching it up. Okay, so with our melody, remember we're going up here. We're gonna have together, together. Then it's gonna come with the D and the second A. Let's see if we can get that going. So we've got together, together. It's gonna come with the D, with the second A. Okay, together after 2. 1, 2. With the D, with the second A. Nice. Now you're going to come up, and it's going to come with the C. So we're going to have another one with the C in the way up. Let's add that in. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 and 2. Good. Let's go for it again. 1, 2. The second A and the C. Good. Now, when you hit that E, we're going to start the process again. Okay, so we've had so far, we had A, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's over 4 measures. We're going to have the A split now just over 2 measures. So that means you have, or over just over 2 bars. And so low A, high A, and second A. Okay, dum, bum, bum. Okay, I'm gonna play you from the start so you can see how this matches up. The C. Your next bit starts with your thumb on the E here. So we have with the 2 E's, we've got the split, and with the G at the top. Okay, so it's when you're coming up here. You've had your C with that thumb and the E, that's your first beat. So it matches up with the 2 E's. And with the G there. Okay? Let's try from the start. It's easiest to try from the start here because again, these kind of left hand and right hand bits kind of overlap. After 2. 1, 2. You're up your top, you're going to your 2 A's, remember this bit how it goes? And then you're back to the start at the beginning with the E there. So we've got 2 A's, with the second A, we're going to have stuff on beats 2 and 1 now. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, or sorry, 1, 2, 1. So we're going to have a D10, I'm going to grab again. We're kind of using the considerate damping thing, so your hand is flat out, grabbing, damp, and this means you're going to be damping and sliding in both fingers to the E octave. So you're outside, damp, and slide into the E octave. Damp and slide into the E. Good. So your D10, which is a D and the F, is going to come with the second A, and then with the next A, your E comes. So it's with your second A, and I guess it's your third A there. Let's just try that together after 2. So remember it's on beat 2, so it's not on the first beat. 1, 2. Good, let's go for it again. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. Remember your 4th finger goes to the E here, we're back to the A pedal. With the second A and with the C. Okay, let's try and see if we can get up to there with that second part. You ready? After 2. 1, 2. And E A with your E's. is your last note, and then you have your E as your proceeding, your kind of upbeat to that scales section, remember. So let's play our last note. We've come up. We're going to keep it straight octaves. We're going to have a D and an E. And E. Keep on the same octaves. D. You can't quite get an E octave here because you're playing an E there, so do an E single note. And then A chord or A octaves. Up to you what you do there. So D. So we have our bit going up. You're ready to do the D octave now. E comes with the E. D with the A. E with the E. A with the A. Yeah, it's quite a lot of stuff there. Hopefully you got it. Let's see if we can do all of that second part. We'll have a go. You ready? After 2. Split A's. 1, 2. A, the second A, E, D10, E octave, back to A, E octave, E, D, E, A. Yeah. Go for it again. 1, 2. D10. E octave. Sorry. This is your 3, 2, 1 D octave here. E octave. Lots of octaves in that second part. When you do the repeat, you have the option of doing a kind of different left hand. This is what the last line in your music is. So on the repeat, you've got your A as usual. D10. Oh, sorry, I'm doing the wrong right hand. Sorry. Now we're going to have an F instead. So we're going to have an F for 2 beats. 2 bars, D, lower octaves, F and G and A. Okay, so let's have a go at this bit. Okay, this is your third phrase. Okay, so your fourth is going to be in the E. We're going to have the F for 2 measures, so it's going to be a low F and 2 Fs. Mix up with the D, so that comes in the same place as the A would have come in there. Let's try that. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now this is when your thumb's on the A. We're going to have another octave in here. We're going to shift to D. So this means we've got something on the first beat. Before we had it kind of empty because we're still just hopping. D with that high A, and then it matches up with the second A as we were doing before, and with the C. So you've got an extra note in now, an extra beat with the A. So we've got our F, 1, 2. F again, D. Good, now with our E, we're going to have our D octave and E octave as we had before, but lower down now. E. Instead of another D and an E, we're going to have an F and G because we're working our way up to this A chord. And this is when you would start to slow down. So you've got your F with the A, and then G with the E, and with the A, make it a flowing chord. Okay, because that's linking you on. That's when the dancers start to slow down, and then you're back to your slow air section. Let's have a go at that second kind of variation then. See how it goes. 3 after 2. Sorry. 1, 2. To the D. that second part twice through and we'll swap that in, see how it goes. Yeah, after 4, after 2, sorry, goodness me. 1, 2. Hopefully that made sense for you. As I said, it's a good idea to follow on with the music for this tune until you kind of really get it in your head. It does tend to stick after a while. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Let's head back to the fireplace and I'll play it through for you again before we have the all important leather section, because I've got lots to tell you today. Cool, back to the fireplace. Hi everyone, so yeah, hope you enjoyed learning another tune there from the Isle of Man. And we've had quite a Manx weekend so far actually. It was our pal's 40th birthday last night, and well, we couldn't go to the party in person. So just to explain, the Isle of Man is COVID free just now, so they're allowed, they've got everything as normal, no restrictions. So our pal had a big 40th surprise birthday party and we were there on Zoom the whole night. There was all the kind of Glasgow Manx folk were there and folk from the UK who are Manx but stuck over in the UK just now, and we were on Zoom and it was actually really good. We got to see all our pals, we were dancing along in our living rooms and we were sitting and chatting to each other. So yeah, it's quite a bizarre way to join someone for a 40th birthday, but it's good nonetheless. So yeah, we've had quite the kind of Manx weekend so far. So, but aye, what else has been going on? This is the blether section in case you don't know where I just talk. I'm quite good at blethering. I am out of quarantine, so that happened last night. Kind of like towards the end of the party, 10 past 10, we were kind of like, right, we're signing out now because I'm my quarantine time is up. So we celebrated by going to the 24-hour supermarket, because that's literally all that's open past 10 o'clock right now in the city of Glasgow. But it was exciting. I got some new pyjama bottoms. We got some apple juice, some yogurt, some fruit. Yeah, some crisps. That was about it. So yay, exciting times post-quarantine, but we are going to go out for a big long walk today, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, that's been a big thing. So I'm finally allowed out, but I have been putting my time stuck inside, my 2 weeks stuck in time to use. I am nearly there with writing out CLAASAGH, my arrangement of Fraser Shaw's beautiful lament. I am hoping to have it online in my website shop within the next week. I will edit the comments in the YouTube video if that is the case, but certainly for the next workshop it will definitely be online. Yeah, it's taken quite a while to write out just because it's so expressive and things, but I'm really grateful to my pal Eleanor Evans, a lovely clarsach player from Edinburgh, who's given me a kind of hand. She's just kind of, I'm doing stuff and then saying, do you think this looks right? And she'll say, oh, maybe yeah, or maybe try doing it this way. Her stepfather is actually, he writes music out. He's, I don't know what the word is for that. Sibelius genius, maybe? Sibelius genius. He knows how to use Sibelius really well, the notation software. So quite often he's saved me a few times by kind of solving a few mysteries and asks I have about Sibelius. So huge thanks to Ellie and her stepdad for helping me out with that one. So so that's been good. We're going to be rehearsing with Ron this week for our concert for Furnace Tradition. Remember, 16th of October, 8 PM UK time. It's live, it'll be as live. We're not managing to record it. One of the reasons is because it's on Zoom, it gets a little bit complicated recording stuff because you technically need everybody's permission, and I think that gets into all kinds of holes. So the organisers aren't able to record, I'm afraid. So, but please do join us. Now, actually, that whole evening is going to be pretty epic. You could, if you want a full evening of music, you could come to myself and Ron's gig, which is at 8 o'clock UK time, and then at 10 o'clock, or is it 11 o'clock? 10 o'clock UK time, so that'll be just when we're finishing. Our good pal DJ Paddy Callahan. Paddy Callahan is one of the BBC Young Scottish Traditional Musicians of the Year. He's a box player, kind of from the Irish tradition here in Glasgow. Great friend of ours. He has a trad disco. Honestly, these trad discos are amazing. It's like he mixes in trad tunes, all the hits from all the kind of trad musicals and stuff with kind of popular tunes, and it's just the best way to spend an evening, especially when it's kind of getting darker and the weather's getting not so good. So, plan is, come to our concert, then at 10 o'clock head over to Paddy Callahan's free gig, the Trad Disco. Check it out on Facebook, this is his Facebook link, and then afterwards, now the gig starts at 11:30, but Celtic Colours, the big festival in Canada, they've got a full week of kind of virtual events. And yeah, my fiance's band, Mec Lir, are playing that, so they've pre-recorded a concert. It is pretty good. I know the concert backwards because he's been editing it for a while. Just like, you'll have to see what I mean by editing. It's like the way they've split the screen and stuff is very clever. So I can't remember if that's paying for or if it's free to air, but I do recommend catching that one as well. Mec Lir are great fun. Their band, 3/4 of them are from the Isle of Man. They're very fun. So this is their website actually, and this is Celtic Colours website. Now the Celtic Colours gig starts at the equivalent of 11:30 UK time. I have no idea what that means in Canada time, Cape Breton time, or American time. But I think Mec Lir will be on towards the end probably. So yeah, there you go. Full evening of music mapped out for you. So yeah, that's all good. Some other things to tell you about. National Harp Day. Harp Ireland are having another Harp Day this year. It's on this date because I can't quite remember it off the top of my head. And they are currently looking for some video submissions. So if you've got a few minutes this week, send in, take a video of yourself playing one of your favourite tunes. I think they're preferably looking for Irish harp music because it's celebration of the Irish harp. take a wee video and send it into them, because what they're planning to do on their Harp Day this year, it's fully virtual, is just have lots of videos streaming. And there's also going to be some workshops. I'm going to be doing a little one myself. They're going to be very kind of snippet workshops, very short, all online. And yeah, it's going to be a great day, all celebrating the Irish Harp. So please do consider joining them with that. And yeah, send in your video submission. Now, the closing date is Sunday, this coming Sunday. So yeah, have a go at that. Aye, what else? This is the second last workshop. I can't believe it. We've only got one left after that. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. I think I will probably take a break again, and then I'll probably come back and do a few more. I don't know if it will be this side of Christmas or the side after. It all kind of depends, to be honest, on the Isle of Man border situation, because we might find that we can suddenly run off to the Isle of Man. If we can do that, that's going to be amazing. But I need some time. I've got some other projects coming up. Quite excited about one of them actually. There's this new kind of organisation or new website called the Scottish Music Academy, which has some of the best Scottish traditional musicians have created online courses on their instruments. So they've asked me to do one for Scottish Harp, and be a little bit different from Harp at Home. Harp at Home, I've really just been teaching you lots of kind of random tunes that I enjoy playing or that I've enjoyed learning myself. Whereas this will be a kind of more structured course, taking you up in levels. I think I'm going to be doing kind of maybe like a kind of improvers course, kind of post-beginners / improvers / elementary course, and then an intermediate level one. So that's what I'm going to be spending the rest of the year planning. Check out their website though, because if you play other instruments, you might fancy signing up and learning some of the other instruments for just now until the harp one's up. But I'll tell you more about that when it kind of comes to fruition. But that's what my kind of big project is going to be over the coming months, is creating my course for this website. And then hopefully I'll be able to do some more Harp at Home. And yeah, we'll see how it goes if we go to the Isle of Man. Now, Harp at Home is totally working here because we have super fast internet and it takes hardly any time for me to upload videos. I am slightly dreading if I have to upload videos from the Isle of Man because the internet is just, you can get fast internet there, but it costs like double the cost of what it costs here in Glasgow. So my fiance's folks obviously don't have it because they don't want to have to spend £150 a month on fibre optic broadband. So yeah, it's insanely expensive for fast internet there. So it will all kind of be dependent on when we go over and whether I can find someone's house to upload the videos from, because I don't think the family house will be able to cope with me uploading the size of videos for Harp at Home. But yeah, it would be magic if we can get over there. Yeah, it'll be really good. So yeah, up in the air about series 3 when it will start, but I think I am going to be doing one, definitely. It might be that it's in the new year. We'll just have to kind of take each day as it comes, as it will. So aye. But I hope you've enjoyed learning that tune. I can't believe this is like the 16th workshop. Yeah, it's crazy. So one more workshop. I may do a one-off workshop on learning CLAASAGH. Not so much learning it by ear, but taking you through it, because there's a lot of kind of techniquey stuff that has been very hard for me to write out, and it would be good to be able to take you through that. That music, as I say, will hopefully be online within the next week. And there will be a small charge for that. I think I'll probably charge about £5 for the music for that. Now that might seem like quite a lot, but it's a donation to the Fraser Shaw Trust, because everything from that, all the full £5, well minus the PayPal fee, because they always take a wee bit of a cut, will go to the Fraser Shaw Trust to help benefit other MS sufferers and the young musician projects that they invest in. They're a great organisation. So aye, there you go. I'm going to finish drinking my cup of tea, and it's not raining. Honestly, you should have seen the forecast last night. It was 100% rain, like solid rain, and it looked as if it was going to be raining here all day today, but it's not. So I'm well excited. The sun is actually shining. So I'm going to finish my cup of tea, then I'm going to get my trainers on and going to go for a walk. Going to find some podcasts to listen to and go for a walk and enjoy fresh air because I'm not quarantined anymore. So yeah, thank you as ever for joining the workshop, and aye, I will see you next week. Cheers now folks. Good night. Goodbye. Bye.